Hi, today is September 15th, 2025, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 1434 for the year, Beautiful Thing. It's a beautiful thing when you plan a trip for yourself and you spend a month or two anticipating, and then you leave your apartment and walk to Grand Central and get on the 7 and then change for the E at Court Street and take that to the air train and take that to JFK Terminal 7 and get on a plane to Frankfurt and then take a train to Baden-Baden and the guy who rented you the Airbnb picks you up at the Baden-Baden train station, and before taking you to the Airbnb points the way to the museum, which is a very short walk from the Airbnb, and you make yourself a cup of tea at the Airbnb and then walk to the museum. And as you approach the Museum Frieder Burda, you think to yourself how nice it is that you finally maybe like yourself enough to give yourself this gift. And you walk in and they scan your ticket and you lose yourself in the work of Poussin d'art for most of the rest of the day, the paintings, the sculptures, the photographs, and the bronzes, and your heart wants to leap out of you and dance with the paintings and sing with them and be inside of them and let them inside. And after seeing the entire show, you have a double espresso because the tea you had a couple of hours ago wasn't enough, and you haven't had much sleep, and having refueled, you go through the show again, and you look forward to going through it yet again tomorrow. Poem number 1435, Bad Latte. Before Baden-Baden, I stopped at a Starbucks in the Frankfurt airport. The almond milk matcha lattes are better in America. I don't know if it's the water or the almond milk or the matcha or which two or all three, but it kept me awake enough that I didn't fall asleep in the station and miss my train, and I didn't fall asleep on the train and miss my bus, so I'm not really complaining about the bad latte that I had before Baden-Baden. Poem number 1436, Connections. The train to Baden-Baden was exhilarating for the first half hour as I closed my eyes and the sun kept bursting through my eyelids, reminding me of Brackage films and the Poussin d'art paintings I was about to see. Eventually the effect wore off, but the memory remains. I was so happy to have made these connections with Brackage and Poussin d'art that I might not have minded if I had missed my connection from the train to the bus. Another bus would have come along eventually, I would have told myself. And as it turns out, I was picked up at the station. Poem number 1437, American Experience. Some may find that travel broadens the mind, but I went to Germany to see the work of an American painter, and I didn't speak a word of German the whole time I was there, and I basically had an American experience. Yes, I heard a lot of German and not much English. Yes, I saw German signs and German graffiti, and the food I ate for the most part seemed far more European than American. Perhaps one day I'll learn the language, probably not German, and I'll go to a country or the country where I speak the language I learned, and perhaps that will be more of an American experience. And I'll go to a country or the country where they speak the language I learned, and perhaps that will be more of a European experience than an American one, unless, of course, the language I learn is not a European language. And last poem of the day, poem number 1438, After Many Hours. After many hours with the art, and after the dinner where we discussed Poussin d'art, I lay in bed with a well-fed soul and heart, and through my closed eyes I saw again several of his paintings. Then I slept as I floated away with them. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.